Hey, what's up everybody? It's George here and we're back with another video. Now today's video is build video number 5 in the Goblin 500 series, and today we'll be doing chapter 8 in the book. In chapter 8 we install the tail servo, we install the transmission to the frames, and then we install cyclic servos to the transmission mounting plate. Let's go ahead and take a look at my setup real quick here. I of course have the book open to the right page and a pen to make any notes should I need it. I have a 2.5 millimeter driver just in case I need it. It doesn't call for it, but so far I've had to go back and get it a couple times. I have the Kindle, of course, in case I need to get on the internet. Moving right along, I have some blue Loctite, a couple toothpicks. I have my microfiber rag in case I need to wipe anything down. I have the tools that I'm going to be using for this chapter, and that's going to be a 1.5, a 2.0, and a Phillips head screwdriver for the servo horns. Moving over to the setup, we can see I have everything all set up and ready to go, all the parts that are going to be needed for this chapter. And let me stop for a second and talk about the setup. I've got a lot of comments on that. I do this for several reasons. Number one, it makes for a nice video. You guys, I want to show you exactly what it looks like, and it looks very easy to kind of see what's going on. Number two, it allows me to look at all the parts and make sure that I'm not missing anything. The last thing I want to do is lose a nut or bolt or have one missing when I'm in the middle of a build video. It also allows me to check everything out and make sure that everything is as it should be and catch any problems up front. And let me tell you, so far in this section right here, I've caught 2 issues. Let me talk about them real quick. The first one is with the tail servo. The tail servo horn, it was an X-type horn, but I found that when I mounted the tail servo horn and did a dry fit, that the other horns were hitting against the frames. So I had to take and cut those off, then I ground them down and made them nice and smooth. Another thing I caught was with the JR servos. The JR servos come with a much smaller arm. I went and bought some larger JR servo arms, and we'll talk about that. But the smaller arms only went to 13 millimeters, and this build calls between 16 and 18 millimeters. So what I did was, here I'll show you. This is the original JR servo horn right here. You can see how tiny it is. It would only go to 13 millimeters. I went to my local hobby shop and I picked up these JR servo horns, relatively inexpensive, and they come with several horns in there. I got the one that was 17 millimeters, which is exactly where I wanted it to be, and it had a horn on both sides. So I just went and clipped off one side, smoothed it over, and now I have a nice servo horn that I can apply. What I really like about these JR servo horns is that there's a metal ring around where the servo horn connects up to the servo, and that keeps it from slipping. It's a real nice feature. So let's go ahead and put the camera on the tripod and begin chapter 8. Okay, we're ready to get started with chapter 8. I've got all my parts laid out. Everything is ready to go. I did grab my calipers. I'm probably going to want to be taking some measurements, so let's get on with the build of chapter 8. you have it. Chapter 8 is all done. Everything went together without any problems at all. I'm very happy with the way it's going. Some things to kind of pay attention to. On your servo brackets, the chamfer always goes to the outside. On your servos, the servo horn always goes to the inside. I did not have to take these measurements right here because I follow Bert's lead, but normally you would have to measure the distance and make sure that you had the right measurement. If the ball wasn't in the right spot, you would use these longer screws and a little spacer, but Bert had already figured all that out for me, so I was able to just go ahead and assemble it. So that's pretty much it for Chapter 8. Let's go ahead and get ready for Chapter 9, where we do the head.